Previously on Survivor. With Lucas C. holding a grudge against all former Medici members, Michael and Alex struggled to make new alliances after the tribe swap.
Talk to Jefferson, right? He basically looked at me with his cold, dead eyes and said, Shinju has agreed not to vote each other out.
While on the new Medici, Kale and Bella were unable to crack the four-way alliance of old Shinju members.
That tribe swap definitely killed us. Shinju is sticking hard to the original alliance lines and not budging.
Annie, Lucas B., Polis, and Gia agreed to split the vote between Kale and Bella, but fearing a betrayal from Gia, Annie decided to switch her vote at the last second.
I don't think we should tell Polly's just yet. Can I
But if he goes home, then we are doomed. I don't think you understand what happens. I don't trust Gia's word enough to be okay with the outcome if we are wrong.
At Tribal, Bella played her idol, but it didn't make a difference. Kale was sent home in a 3-2-1 split.
This is a hidden immunity idol.
Wait, good job, Bella! Wait, that's so cool.
The fourth person voted out of Survivor Chicago is Kale. Kale, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
Good luck, everybody. Good job, Bella.
Who will be voted out tonight?
Yes, the vote went off. 3 votes for Kale, 2 for Bella, 1 for Polius. And honestly, that was kind of perfect. Like, we didn't even need to tell Polius anything then, because it's just assumed that the person who voted for Polius was Kale, but in reality it was Bella. Anyways, Annie and I know the behind the scenes. Like, we ran the vote, so we know what happened. But anyways, he still decides to be like, oh, I didn't vote for Bella, I voted for Kale. I guess maybe it's okay to come clean, but also at the same time, like, we didn't really have to. Like, we could have just lied, I think, and gotten away with it.
First of all, thank God I stood my ground with the split vote thing. If we had not split and she played it like, I mean, she was the target. If we had not split, she would have got 4 votes, and they literally would have voted me out. It's that crazy. 4 negated, and they just put 2 on me. So thank God she decided to split when I split. My team did not want to split, which I thought was the dumbest move. Thank God I'm smarter than them. But it was a huge mess. And then, even then, we split, and then they cannot split properly. Like, what the hell? When you split, you vote for the person. Now, I see Annie wants to vote for Kale. Obviously, it worked out this time and nothing bad happened, but it could have. When people make these mistakes, it's kind of like iffy for me. I feel like I'm playing with a bunch of newbies.
But Polius, he does get on my nerves. Like, if he somehow, like, got farther than I did, no, not allowed.
Welcome, Tribe Shinju, Tribe Medici, to your 6th challenge. Very exciting. Kyle, as you can see, Kale was voted off. What do you think about this?
I can't say that I'm super surprised. I honestly expected it to be between him and Bella anyway, so.
Gia, how did you feel about your guys' tribal council?
I was surprised by the hidden immunity idol, but it still ended in the one of two ways I thought it would, which was Kale or Bella.
Pablo, are you surprised to hear mention of a hidden immunity idol?
Honestly, yes, and I'm glad that that kind of clears up the air on the status of the idol for Expedici.
With that, we will get to today's challenge. Kyle, I'll take it back. Thank you. Immunity is back up for grabs. But first, we're going to ask you to do a little tribe discussion ranking. So each tribe, please rank yourselves in order of most likely to win to least likely to win. Take a minute, decide.
To win what?
Win what?
To win the game of survival.
Is there any benefit to actually like
Six,
making
seven,
a
five.
Okay, sounds good.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Does anybody want to
Okay,
have their
so
show?
you're number one.
I would like to.
No,
You're
that's
two.
No, you drop it. Draw again.
Rock,
Yeah.
paper, scissors, shoot.
Cool.
Again.
Okay, again.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. The exact middle.
One, two, three.
Okay, so
four.
you're three here. Okay.
Alright, we have our order.
Alright, Medici's ready. Shin's ready.
Yep.
So now I will ask members 6 and 7 of Shinju. You will stay next to each other. Everyone else, go find your match from the other tribe.
Five. Who's the
Five?
Quattro?
Alright.
Who's one?
I'm number 3.
What's up?
Hello, hello.
Other
you guys
two
do?
tribes.
Howdy.
Let's
Oh,
hop
we
in.
just no, you're the only one that has
Alright. This challenge is going to be played in pairs. It is not tribe versus tribe. And that is because both tribes will be going to tribal council for our next challenge. So the pairs are playing for individual immunity. You are playing for the individual immunity bracelet.
Fancy.
This challenge is brought to you by my brother Quincy Rosenzweig. It is called the Survivor Challenge. Your task is going to be to memorize the first 30 digits of pi, and then you will have to recite it alternating between you and your partner. There is a key that translates the digits into locations of past Survivor seasons. You're not going to be reciting numbers, you will be reciting locations. Whichever pair is able to do this successfully first wins. Okay, I'm going to hand out these papers, but leave them face down, please. You can use the iPad. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Got a Sharpie on the table. Here we go. Survivors ready. Go!
Aye. Okay. Got it.
So you'll do one.
So wait, am I the 3 or am I?
You go 3. Oh, does one count as an alternate?
Let's try. Okay. So we can't look at our key, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're fine, it's fine.
Okay. Samoa. And Watson. Cook Islands. Micronesia. Panama. Thailand.
Congratulations! And that was good on the first try. Very impressive. That looks like a valiant effort from everyone. Congratulations, Annie and Alex. For Shinju, you win individual immunity. And Annie, you win individual immunity for Medici. Both tribes will be going to tribal council. Until then, you all can head out. You can put your papers in the middle if you don't want them anymore.
I hate my life.
I knew we both like were trying hard to win, but I didn't expect like you to memorize it so
No,
quickly
I
either.
have a pretty good memory, and so like as soon as I got paired Annie, I was like, okay, like this could work, and then when she said it was like a memorization, and Annie, you knew the pi numbers
I know
already.
pi already,
So I was
yeah.
like, oh my god, like I have a shot, like
Yeah.
this was like do or die for me personally, like on my tribe. So I just turned to Annie and I was like please, and then she killed it. You're the one who came up with blocks of 5.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah.
Hey, cognitive science.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
They always say chunking is how you memorize stuff, guys. So.
I don't think I would have won if I didn't have Annie. So
Oh yeah.
Grateful.
And also we haven't really talked like strategy much
We haven't.
before now.
It's-
We
yeah.
had that one time with Bella where we were talking at
Yeah.
like Hutchinson, but other than that, no.
We
so-
haven't spoken.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
it's
this is
cool.
good. This is
I'm
beginning,
glad that-
beginning
yeah.
of something. Yeah.
So what is the tea?
So basically, I have the feeling that, Bella's been trying to get people to flip this whole time, right?
Yeah. I mean, she should. I expect her to.
Yeah, it makes sense. But just based on the feeling, I feel like maybe the 3 of us might be a little more tightly bonded than anyone else on our current tribe is right now. At least that's the impression I'm
No,
getting.
no, I agree. I mean, my biggest thing with like Gia is that she talks too much. Like even the idol thing. Like
Yeah, she's
first
like,
of
the
all,
idol was played. And
yeah, I was like, come on, don't say that. Like
there's
they don't need to
the
know.
only bit of information.
And then,
Yeah, your like look when she did that, it was like,
come on, like they don't need to know that. What's worse for me, the worst thing, she was like, in the first one, she was like, oh yeah, so I did tell Kale that we were going to vote Ali. I was like, what? That was the whole thing. They literally had an idol. Had they played it for Ali, Lucas would have been gone.
Exactly.
That's like what the hell?
Obviously, don't talk to Gia at all. Like, don't tell her anything.
Yeah.
But like, Gia might vote for you
Yeah.
this week, just so you know. But like, don't go to her because
Yeah,
there's no point
no.
in starting like
No,
anything up.
I trusted you, Lucas. Okay, you were gonna basically decide who goes, but I trust you, so it's all good.
Yeah, splitting the...
Yeah,
So
Gia's been
powerful.
wanting you out for a while, like.
Really? Why?
LOL. Gia already has said like she wants Paulius out, and it was kind of like, yeah, we won't get him out this week, but we'll get him out next week. Like that was kind of what I was saying, just to appease Gia. So now we're gonna have to maybe vote Paulius out this week. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Gia it wasn't more like she dislikes you or anything. It just, especially when Kale and Bella were a part of it, she liked Kale and Bella, and she still likes Bella more than you as friends at least. Like she talks to them a lot.
Yeah.
So
Why didn't you flip last time then? Because we were splitting 2-2. She could have flipped and voted me out.
That was
Because
what I was thinking.
I told her not to.
Oh.
I told her I didn't want that to happen. And this is why, I would have told you, but I just thought it would only create drama, So I was trying to keep it under wraps. But I wanted to tell you after. But then right before, she was like, I might, since we're splitting, I might just do it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Gia, you can't do this. And then she assured me she wasn't, so we were good. But
God, that was close. I was right there being voted out. Crazy.
And also,
I
it's
didn't
a
know
good
that.
thing I decided to switch my vote to Kale and that I wasn't voting for Kale with Bella, which is, well, not really.
Not really. Because that could
If
have.
it was one more Bella, it would have just been Kale goes home anyway, but by less.
Reasons to get Bella out. She's getting a little too close to Gia. And Gia's easily manipulated by Bella. Bella's manipulating Gia. And that's going to make Gia and I's alliance less strong if Bella has a hold on her. But getting rid of Bella would also piss off Gia, so it's double-edged sword. Getting rid of Paulius, I think he'd also get me out in a heartbeat. So I guess it'd be fine to get him out. Bella, she has so many alliances on the other side that she would have a lot more pull than Paulius would. Paulius thinks he has pull, but everybody sees right through.
I don't have a lot of concrete evidence, but I have been hearing that Emma and Kyle are sort of a thing, then they're trying to spread influence, and then I've heard that Gia wants to sort of go back to working with them too, so.
I know, like, I see Kyle and Emma as being like a pair. They, just from their interactions, they're kind of like talking a lot, whatever, but...
And I don't know whether they want Gia or not, but I think she would want that.
What do you think, Lucas?
Yeah, I just feel like because before we even like swapped tribes, like I feel like I wasn't super close with anyone just because we were just like a big family.
No.
Right.
So like now I feel close to you two, and like also kind of Gia, but Gia's also like a leaf in the wind a little bit.
That's why, yeah, I trust her, but you cannot fully because she's like such a leaf, you know, like she could just go left and right, whatever.
I think I'm playing well. Everybody still sees me as just like a dummy, which I am. But at the same time, like, even the questions, I'm just like, oh, what's the question? I don't remember, like, the tribes. Like, I think it just gives off this, like, dumb person impression that I hope is coming across and making it seem like I'm not much of a threat.
Yeah, Lucas.
Also, Rishabh's involved in
I trust you and don't fuck me, okay?
No, I want to pick you for this too.
Okay. I mean, wait, three-way. Three-way?
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
So I guess we'll see how the cookie crumbles. I'll be the deciding vote. So fun!
We walked into the challenge, and all I kept thinking was, please let it be a merge, please let it be a merge, because if my tribe loses or if I go to tribal council, I am done. My initial reaction with getting paired with Annie on the other tribe was not fuck, but like ugh. Not because of like who she is, but because I know she's responsible for blindsiding Allie, and I am one petty motherfucker. I want to take out everyone who voted Allie out. I need to avenge the homie. But then the challenge was something about like memorizing digits of pi, but then if there's a key to the different seasons. And let me tell you, Annie and I destroyed that. I don't know how close the other teams were, but the important thing is that I got this little thing, the individual immunity bracelet. So we have some plans going. Michael definitely has Pablo. I think they had some sort of deal before the game even started. Fine. And we're trying to get Jefferson to flip to our side, but that's really hard because Jefferson is just a follower, and there's already like this giant alliance that he feels safe in. Jefferson actually wants Lucas to go, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with I'm okay with Lucas going.
Lucas seems like a great guy. Like, I would love to, like, after the game, or just like even like after his midterm, just like grab coffee or something. It is just like interesting to see how like some people like take the game like a lot more like personally than other people. Since the Domingo vote, Lucas hasn't really like been responding to us. Like Alex and I like both reached out after the fact and asked him what, like, because we still were interested in working together on this new tribe because it was 4-3, and all it would have taken is for us to like swing one person, which we thought was manageable. But Lucas like wasn't super like receptive to that.
I don't really care who goes as long as it's not Michael. I just know that it's not gonna be me. So hopefully I make merge, and I swear if Lucas is the last Medici member standing, I'm like, just cancel the whole season. Just fuck.
I think that one of my priorities and like who I would prefer to like keep around going forward would be people who are like-minded to me, that just enjoy playing the game and wouldn't take it personally if they were voted out, because at the end of the day, like, I'm just here to like have a good time.
Okay, Michael has pitched me why he should stay and someone else should go. He has brought a visual aid. Would you like to explain what's ahead of you?
Sure. This visual aid sort of captures how if I go out, Jeff is, from what we can see, on the bottom, assuming that we have the alliances pegged correctly. Whereas if Lucas goes out, it puts us in a position to have a 6-on-4, number one, going into the merge. It was originally going to be Kyle who's going out because Pablo has tried to target Kyle and would like to make that big move, but it gradually evolved into Lucas going out. I think that Jeff is somebody who thinks like very similar to me. Like when we were like hashing out our plans and just like hashing out like what it would look like after merge. Like we were like very like frank with each other in terms of like, okay, like here's what's in my best interest, here's what's in my best interest.
I concur with what Michael has said largely. Originally, there, as Michael was saying, we had the plan to perhaps eliminate Kyle. But my feeling with that is that it jeopardizes. My biggest concern with all of this, let me just say, is that I'm not totally confident that all of these alliances would automatically form. So the thing that makes me most comfortable with the eliminate Lucas circumstance here is that it builds in an alliance where Michael, Alex, Pablo, and myself are all voting together, and it's pretty easy to add in Annie and Bella/Callie from that point. Whereas if Michael goes, all the alliances are kind of molecular and out in the air.
I do think that one of my strengths in this game and like how I'm gonna hopefully win is by being able to like match incentives. So being able to figure out, okay, how can I convince the person that I'm talking to that it's in their best interest to keep me around, even if in reality it might not be in their best interest. Alliances built on mutual interest are alliances you can trust.
Indeed.
That's the moral of the story here.
That is the thing Michael and I have been saying for a couple hours now.
Yeah.
Met with Michael. I am a little skeptical still, but he proposed an alliance of former Meta team members except for Lucas, plus Annie, myself, and Paulius and him post-merge. You know, I would usually be more of a stick to the team, let's stay with the safer group kind of thought process, but I will say that it would be nice to have a solid group that is a majority or at least a half going into the merge. So we can see how that shakes out. Okay, so we are here in Ex Libris discussing how this next elimination is going to go.
Our first tribal council?
Yeah.
Yay! We're going to our first tribal council today, and I am very, very nervous about it. It seems like old Shinju has a plan right now to vote out Lucas. But I've been getting a lot of information, which is really scaring me right now. Apparently, Michael suggested to Jefferson that he wanted to get me out. I'm a little bit nervous. Right now, my plan is to stay strong with the Shinju 4 and get to merge, hopefully. I really don't want to have to play my idol tonight, so I have to really think through if the people are going to be loyal to me or not. We can see Pablo.
All right, lean into the camera, everybody.
Yay!
We got to decide who dies next.
Yeah.
I think that Michael is a strong player, and Alex, for his part, are both strong players who like can be threatening post-merge, and I believe that Lucas will probably go out sooner or later. If we want to try to take out the strongest possible player, it's probably Michael or Alex and not Lucas. Also, Lucas has no allies, so he may be easier to suck into our orbit.
That's fair. It also makes him dangerous, though, because
that's true.
Then he's a free agent and doesn't really owe anyone anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like maybe he'd take us not voting him out in a good way, or maybe he'd take the opportunity to find people in the other tribe he wants to live like as well.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I just don't know what to think. I don't really like Jefferson all that much. I don't trust him at all, and I think he doesn't trust me very much. It's been fairly evident, I think. So I'm very nervous about how this is going to play out. I want to believe that Pablo is telling me the truth, but right now the only person I really trust on the tribe is Emma. Me and Emma have been pretty successful at hiding our final 2 alliance from everyone. apparently all we have to do is tell people that we're not super close and people just kind of believe it. So, but yeah, just excited to see what happens.
Hello, Tribe Shinju. Welcome to your first tribal council, both as Shinju and as the new Tribe Shinju. That's very exciting. I see that you all have your candles on, which is good because in this game, fire represents your life, and when your fire is gone, so are you.
Michael, how are you feeling about the vote tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, as always, I'm nervous, especially because there's not many, former Medicis remaining. But, I feel confident with, the bonds I've formed here, and hopefully it's a good vote.
How are you feeling about it now?
Such a surreal experience. Never thought I would be here.
Every challenge is going to be a win-win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Kyle?
This is the moment we've all been waiting for, so this is where it gets real.
Jeff, how are you feeling about tonight? First vote.
I wish we could all just get along.
That's not how the real world works, Jeff, and that's not how it works in Survivor either.
I know.
Lucas, do you think the bonds in this tribe have changed?
Oh, definitely. I thought it was going to be like an easy vote. I quickly learned that I am the target tonight. And so, grand reveal, I have decided that I want to play this tonight. So, we'll see how that changes.
Intriguing.
Wow, he's putting it on.
All the way.
I don't think I can. Does it work? Yeah, it does.
Kyle, does this change your vote tonight, do you think?
I don't think it does. I call BS on his idol. I think it's fake. So I'm gonna stick with what I was gonna go with originally.
Jeff, how are you feeling about your strategy tonight?
What? No. I don't know.
No thoughts? Blank slate?
Blank slate, no brain.
Smooth brain?
No, it's a good one.
Okay.
It's just not here today.
What is our group consensus?
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Where'd you find it?
Do I have to tell you?
No, but I'd like you to. It'd be cool if you did.
If I tell you and there's like another idol in the game, then you won't know where it is. Like where it's sort of look like.
Sure.
This sounds like Cat.
Alright.
But do we all think it's Cat? Anyone think the idol's real?
Bella just played the Medici idol, so unless one of the Shinju people, from this tribe or the other tribe, handed you the idol, it could be, I don't know, but I don't think it is, but I could be wrong, so.
I think it's a fake for another reason, that being, it's not to Lucas's advantage to show us the idol, because then, if he really thought he was the target, all 6 of us would go on him, and then he would pull it out and have sole deciding power. So I don't think it's real. I'm voting Lucas.
This is kind of cool though. I don't know if it's real or not, but whoa. I didn't expect that. I don't know. I'm kind of enthralled.
This is a power play for sure.
Yeah.
It seems like a last-ditch effort, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
Is that what you're feeling, Lucas?
I feel safe.
Yeah. Safe and confident?
Pretty sure.
Anyone else here feel safe tonight?
It's fair. I'm very nervous.
Anyone else have any last things they want to say to the tribe before we vote? All right, with that, it is time to vote. Pablo, you're up first.
Really sorry to see you go. If the idol is actually not real, if not, I'm probably going home. So you seem like a really cool guy. Hopefully we can catch up and grab coffee after this is over. So.
If this idol isn't bunk, I'll be in a funk.
Alright, I'm gonna go tally the votes.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. And Lucas did indeed inform us that he wanted to play his immunity idol, but he's at his midterm, so this idol is fake. All votes cast for Lucas will still count. With that, once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. Rishabh will read the votes.
One vote for Michael. One vote for Lucas. That's one vote for Michael and one vote for Lucas. One vote for Lucas. That's two votes for Lucas. Another vote for Lucas. That's three votes for Lucas. And voted off this week of Survivor is Lucas.
We will take Lucas's candle.
Lucas, the tribe has spoken.
It's time for you to go. And he's already not here. So that brings us to the end of Shinju's first tribal council. Congratulations, you all have lived to see another day.
I honestly think that for all of like the remaining 4 Shinju, it was not in their best interest to keep me around, just because I am like a strategic player and also like a challenge threat to a certain extent. Yeah, I was super nervous during that vote. When I get nervous, I like smile a lot. So if you see me smiling, doesn't necessarily mean I'm having a great time. It kind of might just mean I'm like very nervous. So at the votes, I think I smile a lot.
Not gonna lie, I was like sweating bullets. I was like, that kind of looks like that. Well, cheers, everybody. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Bella's constantly texting me like every 5 seconds, trying to be like my best friend. It's like, okay, Bella, it's not that serious. Like, I know that you're just trying to win the game. She's like, do you know Jillian by chance? I don't know who Jillian is. Anyways. And she's like, do you want to see my sexy fit from today? She still hasn't sent me it, but it's like, I said yes, but like, why are you texting me all these things? Like, you were never texting me this much before. If only you would have never tried to vote me out. If you wouldn't have voted me out, like, you literally would have had so much trust for me.
Kind of forgot that it was on the chopping block to some degree, and kind of Lucas blocked it. So that's not like nice to hear, whatever, but trust my alliance, and I think at this point, Bella is the clear #1 target. She played an idol. She has a good relationship with Alex and Lucas on the other tribe, so I feel like she's in big danger that can influence a lot of people. So I think she's a clear target. I think it's to everyone's best interest to vote her out. So I'm trusting my allies, and I think this one is in the bag.
Welcome, Medici, to your 5th tribal council and your 3rd tribal council as the new Medici. You guys have been here a lot of times, so by now you know the drill. Please turn on your candles, because in this game, fire represents your life, and when your fire is gone, so are you.
Paulus, do you feel safe tonight?
You never feel safe at tribal, but I feel like we had a clear plan last week. I think the plan hasn't changed, so I feel some degree of certainty.
Gia, how do you feel the vote's gonna go tonight?
I actually don't know for the very first time.
Yeah, out of the loop.
I wouldn't say out of the loop, I'd say in the loop with people who can't make decisions.
Ah, interesting. That's an indecisive tribe member. Do you think you're gonna be decisive tonight?
Yes.
Yeah. Paulus, how do you feel about the immunity idol being played last week?
As you said, obviously post factum it's easy to say how we should have played it. I think pre everything it was smart for her to play it. She was going home in the tribal. How things worked out is a different story, and we shouldn't be results oriented anyway. So, and in terms of the argument that she doesn't have it, obviously she'd be stoked if she had it. She'd be so safe right now. So I mean, it worked out in our favor.
Bella, things were looking dire after the last vote, but you appear to be fairly calm. Do you think it will be you tonight?
I think there's always a chance, but also I've been here so many times, I don't think I'm really fazed by this anymore. If I make the jury, I will be at every single tribal council.
Lucas, do you think that the 4 Shinju are going to stick together for this vote?
Like, I guess we'll just see, you know, like after the vote. But like, I think we're like a good tribe now, we're Medici now, and I don't like to think about the past, you know? Always going towards the future.
Anyone else thinking about the past tonight?
I'm all in the past, okay? I love the past. It's been going well for us.
Paulius, you mentioned at the beginning, like, that you had a plan last time.
Mm-hmm.
That plan hasn't changed.
Yes. The plan being to vote out Medici.
Alright.
Very upfront.
Very upfront. We know where Paulius' vote seems to be going, at any rate.
The old Medici.
Yes. That's great.
He's so boring. Like, it's not fun.
Still Medici now.
Yeah. I want to win, not have fun.
But like, no one's gonna vote for you if you just voted out all the Medici players at a final tribal. I'm just saying.
Nobody's gonna vote for me if I don't get there.
Exactly. If you vote all the Medicis, they're not gonna want you there, and they're not gonna get you. You might be sitting at a final tribal with 0 votes because all you did was play straight. You never actually made any moves.
You think so?
Annie, do you think Shinju will be sticking together? Old Shinju.
I don't think I'm in the position to have a solid answer to that. But I do think that the move being spoken of is actually pretty obvious and wouldn't be as big a move as it seems.
Yeah. Shia, what do you think about Paulius' long-term strategy here?
I mean, it's worked for him so far, but I can tell the other tribe is also going straight with Shinju. So I think if everyone goes Shinju, it'll work out until the moment when it's all Shinju, and then it's going to fracture and break into bits again. So it's whether it breaks into bits now or in a tribal council or 2.
If it comes down to all Shinju for our surviving Shinju here in Medici, how do we think that's going to play out? I mean, is it going to go back to old alliances from old Shinju?
A lot has changed since then, I will say, but the position I think is looking tenuous for some people on the other tribe right now, given how things play out here.
What she said.
And we're going to go ahead and start voting. So, Annie, the first one up.
I think it'd be smart for them to vote for me, but because I have all the relationships on the other tribe, but we'll see if they know that.
I tried last week, so I'm gonna try it again this week. I really hope this is the last I see of you. I'm sorry, Paulius, but.
I'm gonna go tally the votes.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Bella. Second vote is for Paulius. Third vote is for Bella. That is 2 votes Bella, 1 vote Paulius. Fourth vote, Paulius. We are tied. 2 votes Bella, 2 votes Paulius. Sixth person voted out of Survivor Chicago Season 1. Bella. Bella
if you'll bring us your candle. Bella, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. That was an intense vote. Bella was a strong player and she just went home, so that just goes to show that no one is safe in this game.
Next time on Survivor. At long last, tribes Shinju and Medici merge into tribe Valois.
Guess who made the merge? Me!
With tribe dynamics constantly in flux, finding idols becomes more important than ever.
We're going all the way.
He almost made it! And everyone scrambles to be a part of the majority alliance.
You know when like you throw a bowling ball down a lane and you get a strike and all the pins just go like crazy? Like that's what I want to do to them. I hate that.
I'm tired of all these people refusing to play the game, and it's really frustrating. But you know what? Polly's got this one. He can continue his little tirade of trying to force everyone to do what he wants, but like at some point it's gonna run out, and I will be very shocked if he gets any 3 votes. Lucas is a snake. I'm rooting for Alex and Michael because the odds are very stacked against them.